What is going on, Movie Meals? If you watched the Us video, watch the intro to that, and you know why we're in the same clothes. Anyway, we're here to review Pet Sematary, a non-spoiler review. Saw it this weekend, and let's just get into it. So, Kyle, what did you think? What are the positives of Pet Sematary?
I liked it. I liked it for the most part. I think that for a scary movie, like, it definitely had me scared. I'm the biggest scaredy cat that I know, so any horror movie going in, I'm gonna be nervous by anything. And I think for the most part, it did pretty well with its scares. I think some of the stuff might have been a little bit cliched at times, while there was other stuff that I thought was creative and really made the scares a little bit more interesting. But what really came across for me was the actors and then being able to bring this family element to Pet Sematary, which I wasn't really prepared for that. I didn't really expect that going in, that they were going to really dive deep into making sure that this family aspect going to the movie was going to be a big part of it. Yeah, I'm also never read the book, so I just did not know that. But I really appreciate that too, because it made the movie a little bit more interesting for me instead of just trying to just be another horror movie to scare you. So I really appreciated that as well. And it's not, I don't know if this is going to be one of those horror movies that I'm going to look back on and really appreciate, but at the same time, I think it was one where I was just genuinely enjoying myself throughout the whole time. I thought the scares worked really well, and I thought the family aspect was able to get me into the movie much more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I liked Pet Sematary. You're right. Jason Clarke and all the other actors were fantastic.
John Lithgow's awesome.
John Lithgow's always amazing.
Yeah.
The kids were fantastic. We talked about that in Us, and we talked about it in Dumbo, how they were struggling kid actors in that movie, and they did fantastic in this movie. I thought they really shined. It's a really creepy concept. It's a really interesting concept that Stephen King comes up with. You know, he took so many drugs. He's come up with some crazy stuff. And you know how much, I love it. I really enjoyed this. It's a really interesting concept. I'm trying to think of another positive. We've seen a lot of movies in the last few years.
Trying to remember them all.
Yeah, and
well, while you're thinking, I wouldn't mind adding one more thing.
Add one more.
The biggest takeaway for me was the aesthetic throughout the whole movie. Just the vibe and the tone that was being brought into this. Like, they definitely added a creepiness element to everything. So while there's, nice hard moments that was going on with the family, like in the background, just the tone, the setup, the way the settings were shot and created, I thought that really added a scary element, which I appreciate. It wasn't just going to be jump scare, dark mood light. The entire scenery all around was just adding this creepy element, which I really appreciated. It was
a little more suspenseful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with your point. So what about negatives? What do you got?
I think the biggest negative, and this is going to sound weird because I haven't read the source material, but I think when it comes to the script, it really feels like it's a checklist on adapting a book into a movie. I mean, this is coming from someone who hasn't read the book at all, so I'm not quite sure. But to me, there was moments where I was feeling like the directors or maybe the writers were going, all right, we got this part of the book done, on to the next scene, got this done. So it felt, I don't know if it's like a paint by numbers type thing, or if it just felt like it was, making a scene work one way so that way it's a setup for this part and then this part, instead of feeling like a natural flow to everything. I don't know, that just might be something that I noticed and maybe no one else has, so I could be crazy, but that was just something I noticed and I didn't really appreciate. I would have liked a more natural narrative instead of something that felt like it was kind of checking off boxes off a checklist.
No, you're not crazy, because I have a similar negative. It's just, I think it's in the pacing, which I think comes from the directing and the editing, not the script. I didn't have necessarily a problem with the script. I thought it came down to how it was edited and put together, where it does feel a little fast. It's a very fast-paced movie at the beginning until the scares kind of get going and the plot starts to build. And I'm trying to think. My other negative is that with Us, I said this in that review as well, that it's a little underwhelming for me. I wanted more. I wanted these movies to go there.
Yeah.
Like, they're horror, and it just, they're really, this was more suspense to me. It's got some moments of horror for sure, and the children are fantastic, and all the creeps are fantastic, but but there's times it's like, come on, show me that. Go there. Show me that. What are you doing? And that bothered me because I wanted to get the crap scared out of me, and it didn't happen. Where something like It, I think, worked really well because it's not necessarily just more jump scares. I don't need more jump scares. It's about scaring you in a way by going there and doing what you do. And in it does that. It's got jump scares. It's got a lot of suspense build up. It's got a lot of this. And so for that, it didn't necessarily really work for me, where it was a fun, suspenseful horror film, but I wanted you to go there. There was a lot of moments where I was like, come on, go there.
Yeah, I guess I know what you mean, because I believe the movie is rated R too, so you really could be able to push the envelope possibly a little bit more. Like I said, I'm scared by everything of my own shadow, so like it was working just great for me. But
and I'm sure
I get you've definitely been loving horror movies more and more, to where you don't mind that extra emphasis on let's just go for it.
I always get jealous. Lost my train of thought. You're killing me tonight, man.
Goodness,
my gosh. All right, yeah.
It's been a long day.
That's Pet Sematary, guys. What'd you think of the film? Please. I remember what I was gonna say. And maybe the book doesn't go there with a lot of the scares, and maybe that's why. I don't know. I haven't read the book, so maybe that's why some people might say, hey, it doesn't do that in the book, and I get that, but for me in the movie, it felt a little underwhelming, because I'd gone in kind of expecting it to be pretty scary, because I had heard that, and it is scary, I guess, at times, but I also don't get scared very easily, so that's helpful, except for snakes on a plane, never gonna watch that. And so all right, guys, what did you think of the movie? Alex has got to get together here. And I got two more.
Come on, we can do this. Come on.
Guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share as always. And thanks for watching, man.
See you guys.